What's
up,
going on, cowards?
Oh, we are so good.
We're not getting better each week.
Welcome to the podcast. Make sure you follow us on Instagram, Trent and Zac, and YouTube. Make sure you're subscribed. And we are today joined by Tom and Cal, aka the Reese Bros.
Wow, sounds like they're not even happy for us to be here.
They're amazing.
We're getting paid for this.
Tell you that a big night, this fella.
Can't believe you call your listeners cowards.
They are.
What do you call us?
You can't get cancelled twice. So.
Yeah, cheers for having us on, boys. Good to be here.
Boys are down for the F1.
Yeah. So
Must be nice to get invited to stuff, so.
You can still watch it from outside the gate.
Yeah, you sound a bit on mute.
We'll still hear
it. So you boys going to the Red Bull party, eh?
Yeah.
Yeah, that'll be fun.
That'll be good.
Are you boys heading in?
Yeah, we are. Yeah, I'd assume so. But.
Yeah, we don't really know too much about it, eh? It's kind of just through emails. You don't really get told until you're there.
Yeah, well, I think Patreon is key, the company, they're sponsoring it too. So.
Patreon, the people that the streaming.
Nah,
not Patreon.
The
Just
Patron.
Oh,
Patron?
right.
Patron.
Oh, the alcohol brand. Yeah.
The tequila
Patron.
brand.
You were on it
Yeah.
last night, bro. What are you doing?
That's a huge brand.
These
That's
was in
nuts.
Halium last night.
Yeah.
Patron, we're gonna be fucking making fools of ourselves all night.
Yeah,
How good's that?
You can actually drink them straight and they're not that bad.
Yeah, we had it last at Fred again.
Yeah,
Oh,
that's what I was
yeah.
thinking, yeah.
Oh, did you go for it again in the Gold Coast?
Yeah, we went to I don't know if you know Adam Sullivan.
Yeah.
The Cunnies. Yeah, we went to his house and he just gave us a bottle and was like, "Here you go, boys. Have a good one.
That's
Have a good
mad.
night."
Yeah, he's fucking mad.
I saw your
Good bloke.
latest videos with him. They were hilarious. It's fun.
Yeah.
Oh, cheers, bro.
Gold.
Yeah, man.
Yeah, he's a good cunt.
And he's got he's loaded, so he brings all the extra props.
Yeah, he brings everything.
The
we need.
And he's a good
Lamborghinis.
actor. Yeah.
That's it.
He
He
used
used
to
to
have
have
a-
shirts
yeah.
too. They're fucking
Yeah.
beautiful.
Oh, nice.
Have you
With
seen
the
these
front
shirts?
runner, Yeah.
Yeah, like
With
proper.
Tim Hanley was on
Yeah.
the Bachelor. Is that?
Yeah.
Oh, true.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's a good bloke too, killing it as well.
Yeah.
And his
Killing
shirts, they're mad. Like probably one of the
Really
best
good quality,
shirts.
yeah.
I've got
T-shirts.
heaps of front runner shirts. They're good quality.
So good.
Is that right?
Yeah, that's right, man.
They just brought them out in Universal store too. Like they're going pretty large.
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
That's a good store to get in.
So we'll get into it. Is it true that you boys are furniture flippers? Is that what you do for a crust?
We were.
Yeah.
We're full-time content now.
Yeah.
But
Wow.
literally,
Full-time
for like-
wankers now, but
Full-time legends.
That's it. We're struggling, but it's we're getting there eventually. But yeah, originally we were doing furniture flipping,
Yeah.
and we did that for I did it for 3 years. Kel, you probably did it for about 2.
yeah.
And then it just gave us heaps of time because like we were filming content, and
Yeah.
then in the arvos we'd just go and flip furniture until 9.
That's mad.
It was such a
Yeah.
good
Wow.
setup, but it was getting to the point where we had the podcast and we were doing content, and we started to lose our mind a bit because yeah, we just had we were literally working until 10 o'clock and then getting up and then fucking straight back into filming, and it was like there was no fucking time
Yeah.
to just
we
do
weren't
anything.
really making money because we stopped doing the furniture shit.
Yeah.
Like not intentionally, just because we started
Just
doing
didn't
more
have
work.
time.
Yeah.
And then we ended up with like no money. So like, I'll go full time on the content and start doing some brand deals and shit. 'Cause
Yeah.
prior to that, we weren't doing any branded work at all. Like had like a bit of.
Was
a
it
rule.
coming in or you just?
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's coming in. We're just being pretty strict with it and being
Yeah.
careful. 'Cause,
And yeah, even like coming down to like Melbourne we're here for like 2 weeks. Like if we weren't fucking flipping furniture, we'd be like
On the bones of your
struggling
ass.
right
You'd
now.
be selling yourselves on the
Yeah,
streets.
yeah. So we kind
Pretty
of
much
just did
do
a few,
anyway.
Yeah, we did a few like big brand deals and kind of just going to cruise for a bit now and
Yeah.
and see how it goes. But yeah,
That's mad.
So you released your first TikTok in 2021.
yeah.
it was just him too.
Can I please
Did you
get
scroll
a
that
dog?
far down, bro? Fuck me dead.
What? When did you want the lizard? Yeah,
Can I
yeah.
please get a dog?
That was me having a crack because Tom was doing real estate TikTok.
Yeah, I was
Yeah.
on that vlog
And yeah, he's like talking to the camera, trying to build up a clientele kind of thing.
Yeah.
For real estate. And then I was like, fuck, I want to jump on this app. Seeing like Gary V and like people like that, like promoting it hard, saying it's the best time to get on it. And I was like, fuck it, I'll just make some funny shit. And then there was a lizard in my house one day, and I just thought I made a TikTok about it.
Did that
Yeah.
pop off?
Nah, it went shit out. Because the
good
quality
video,
it
but
was a
the-
good vid. Like, it was funny, but the quality was just held like bad. I think I had like a home button at the time on my iPhone, so the camera was fucked.
I remember seeing when you were doing real estate.
Yeah,
Did you
yeah.
have a girlfriend that you would?
Yeah, I had a
Yeah.
missus. Yeah,
No
yeah.
way.
Years ago.
You watched it?
Yeah,
That's
no, I
crazy.
remember.
Yeah.
I got a
'Cause
wild
wasn't
memory, but-
like
Wow.
I wasn't getting like big views. I was maybe getting like 20k.
Yeah.
views a vid.
That's
So that was
alright.
back in those days,
For
like
real estate, it's really
20k,
good.
like was like kind of hectic.
Yeah.
'Cause,
You've made it.
Yeah,
I was like, bro.
yeah,
Now you're
Like-
pissed off if you don't get a million views, bro.
yeah, 100%.
Pretty well.
But that's funny because Tom even gets randomly sometimes. Like,
Yeah, I
like,
still get recognised for it. It's so weird.
people,
Really?
like, is that
Yeah,
real
real
estate dude? And he
weirdly.
was like, I think how many followers do you have on there on TikTok?
Maybe like 7k. Like,
Yeah,
no,
like
fuck all.
fucking-
Like,
Really?
nothing.
But now
Yeah.
it's so like saturated. You know, everyone's finally jumped onto it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like what the big influencers said at the time before we got into it, that this would happen.
Yeah.
So we were lucky that we kind of had
That's
a crack.
elite.
Got on early.
Mm.
I can't believe you guys scrolled all the way down to the bottom though. That's
Yeah.
I don't think anyone's
There's
done
some
that.
bad
I
shit
know of
down
anyway.
We got to do a shout out to our producer. That's her research. So from that, what was the like process in getting back? So how many videos do you reckon you put out before it started like picking up traction, going a bit viral?
Couldn't tell you the amount of videos, but I know we were just like jumping on little trends, and you know how people do like the words, the text above, and then
Yeah.
they'd do like an action.
Yeah.
Mm.
We were kind of doing that and trying to blow up that way, and it was so like hit and miss. You'd get like, so you would get a mil views, but probably like once every 2 weeks,
Yeah.
and you were never building that audience. Like,
Mm.
the followers they would just be like this. All the views would be like, you know,
Up
a
and down,
wave.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then, you know, we kind of, probably about a year and a half ago now, we kind of just thought we'd stick it just to the comedy skits.
We kind of like, we
Yeah.
just like, he quit his job and then we got fired actually. And then
What were you doing?
I was a plumber, yeah. I was sacked.
And then we started doing the furniture and we had all this free time. So we're like, we'll fucking just like, all right, we'll put all this effort in. We'll just like sit down and actually make the angles good, like the scripting
Yeah.
somewhat good, and fucking put time into the titles and everything. And then swear like the same day we did that, it was just like the views started coming in.
That's
and then we
wild.
just started going like posting every fucking day, like every single day. And we're posting shit. Like I look back on it now, I feel like only the last 2-3 months that content's actually started getting like kind of good.
Oh,
But,
it's
wow.
hilarious.
Yeah, like me
Oh,
personally,
cheers,
that's how
yeah.
I think. I'm like, I don't think it was like that good until
Yeah.
like now.
Your own
But,
biggest critic, though. But
Yeah.
you're right. Like, we just started putting like a little bit more effort in each
Yeah.
day. You know, like those little 1%ers.
And how do you go about thinking of like new ideas? Because it's hard. Like, we
Yeah.
can't even
Yeah.
think of.
Oh, we can't even. We can't
even
even.
think of questions to ask you, boys.
Especially right now, you guys are hungover.
I think just being like more aware, like, you know, in all situations.
Yeah.
And like trying to look for those like relatable things that happen that people find funny.
yeah.
Yeah.
Like little awkward situations, and then kind of like it's one to have an idea, and then it's another to actually make it into a
Yeah.
whole video.
Yeah.
That's
Yeah.
funny as
Yeah.
well because the
Yeah.
timing's everything with the
Yeah.
clips, the cuts, and
100%.
everything.
Yeah.
Fucking
And
hard.
like, you know, we have a lot of ideas in our phones, like hundreds, but that we just haven't executed them because we don't
don't know how to
fucking
put
know
it
how to.
together and
Yeah.
how to like
Yeah.
make it actually like relatable.
Yeah.
And be
But,
funny.
yeah.
Like we've actually like a lot of times, probably almost once a week, we'll almost write up a whole idea, and then get to the end and go, "This is shit. Like,
Yeah.
we're not gonna make it."
Mm.
And like, it's just because like you want to like put out good shit, get out good content. Otherwise, it's just a
Yeah.
waste.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Sure.
It's like not worth it.
Yeah, going back on like the ideas thing too, it's kind of like if I gave you like $1,000 to spot every yellow car, you know, you would fucking spot every yellow car
Yeah,
for the whole
yeah.
day. So it's for us, it's like if we go out and like we're like just so conscious of everything that's happening because then it's an idea and then we got something to film
That-
tomorrow. You know what I mean?
That's
Yeah.
cold something, isn't it?
Manifesting.
Nah. You guys did a video on that, I think. Didn't
Yeah.
you? Manifest.
Yeah, we've said it before. Ripped on it
Now the
before.
Swifties one when you're like,
Yeah,
that's
it's
right,
hilarious.
yeah.
Funny we made that video. So for those listening, we made a video when Taylor Swift first was coming to Australia. It wasn't the most recent one, but it was maybe like a year ago.
It was like the hyped one. Where
Yeah,
it
like
was
the
going
real
nuts.
hype.
Everyone
No one
was
could get
fucking
tickets.
Yeah,
Yeah,
no
crying
one
and
can get
shit on
tickets. Maybe it was when
social
tickets came on sale. That's what it was.
Yeah.
And we just literally went through a comment thread on a post and saw so much fucking
It was
so
so
much information about how our video was gonna run.
We just finished filming, and
Yeah.
usually we just like start editing. But then we like realized, like, Kel was like, "Oh fuck, let's make a Taylor Swift video." And we went through all the comments of all the TikToks and just started writing down everyone's comments. And then
Yeah.
we wrote it into a Google
That's
Doc.
so good.
Boom, 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 like manifest it, queen, all this shit.
That was
and
literally
then we
from-
made a video out of it, and it like was perfect. It was like the
yeah,
perfect
and
video.
all the
That's
stuff in it
elite.
was from the comments. Like people were like saying, "I said this exact thing today." Like,
Yeah.
exactly.
No shit,
Yeah.
that's where we got it from.
Yeah, someone else wrote it. Some of the
That's
shit was
elite.
pretty rogue.
Yeah,
like,
yeah.
yeah.
So you got fired from your plumbing job. How long after like posting, like being on TikTok was that?
So we were doing a little bit of TikTok while I was in the plumbing job, but it was like still those we hadn't found our niche
Yeah.
yet. I would say it was probably like another 6 months after that, maybe. But
Yeah.
yeah, I think we were still doing those little trends, and it kind of at the time it was like we didn't think we were going to be TikTokers or whatever, or making content.
Yeah.
We had other plans, And that was why we weren't too phased. Like when I quit, I wasn't like, oh fuck, like the TikToks aren't going that well. I wasn't too worried because we had like other plans. Like we're gonna get into, we'll right into real estate. We bought our first house together.
Yeah.
I think I was like 19, you were 20.
Yeah, I was 20.
And we were
yeah.
like fully tunneling down the real estate path. Like we were,
we're
because
just, like, on the
usually when we
grind.
do something, we just like go in it together
Yeah.
and just work as hard as we can.
Balls
Yeah.
deep.
At
Yeah.
something, yeah, like that. And then after a little while, we were almost gonna open up like a giveaway business.
Yeah,
Or,
we
like-
were just doing
Oh,
so
wow.
many
Like those
things.
things that was gonna be like around like surfing. We did like so many little things, but I feel like that were just like to make money.
Yeah.
And then when
Just
we
a
actually
Band-Aid
found
fix.
something that we enjoyed and you can
Yeah.
eventually make money, that was when we kind of like
It's actually
really stuck at it and
yeah.
put like, and it was like you felt like you wanted to do it
Yeah.
rather than just doing it for like, you know.
You're chasing the bag.
Yeah.
Because it is like another full-time job as well. Like it's a hustle.
Yeah, it is.
Yeah, it is.
It's
yeah.
hard work.
And the thing is, like, it's like the reason why a lot of people don't do it is because, kind of going off what Kel was saying, it's like it actually is pretty hard to like stay consistent every day and keep doing it.
Stay
So you
motivated,
really
yeah.
gotta fucking love doing it, and you don't get any money for like so long until you're
Yeah,
like
that's
popping.
that's probably
So
the biggest. I reckon that's the biggest fucking.
that's the hardest part because like everyone like it looks easy to do, but when you get no money and it's all your time and it's
Yeah.
like all your energy and you don't get to have fun with the boys on this night because you got to film, like that's when it kind of like, oh fuck, like it actually is pretty hard.
And it's
to
just
kinda
starting
get-
to pay off now.
Yeah, it's slowly
makes it all
getting there.
worth
Yeah.
it slowly.
We're definitely not there yet, but we're getting that closer and closer
Yeah.
every day.
And you boys obviously won the TikTok.
yeah, yeah.
What award
Comedy of the
exactly was it?
award.
Yeah, comedy.
Comedy, yeah.
Comedians of the year.
That
Yeah.
was and you boys were fairly sloshed too.
Yeah. yeah.
He's with the most $20 is $20.
Yeah. At least he's with the most real ones there.
Yeah,
that's
we were
it.
our true selves there, but we've said it before, but like we heard the year before at the awards that there was no free piss. So we were like, fuck, I'm not going in there sober. Like we haven't spoken in front of groups of people before.
Yeah.
Like we're just from a small fucking town and like, you know,
Yeah.
never had those kind of opportunities. And most people haven't. But so we were like, oh, we need to get pissed just in case. And like, you know, meeting people, it's easier. And so we're in the apartment prior, like just smashing down
Folding
196s.
back.
Like, I think we had probably like 3 or 4
Yeah.
each. We were like a crew of people too that were all going. And then when we got there, we found out that there was free piss there. So
And then we had another 4 of those.
You're already half. So you're already half cup.
Oh
on the top.
yeah, I was maggot as. There was like a live
Yes.
stream. I don't know if the clip didn't go around, but there was like a full live stream at the start, and we were like got interviewed when there was no one around. I'm pretty
Yeah.
sure we were saying some rogue shit.
Yeah.
And then yeah,
But,
and it was real. I reckon one of the funniest parts about the speech was that as soon as after we said it, we sat down and then our phones just started going off. Like,
Yeah. People at home
people,
watching it.
even in the
My phone.
crowd, like people like other creators in the crowd were like sending it to us, like saying like, you guys are fucked.
When
like,
I said that
whatever.
$20 thing, like all my personal DMs were just like, oh my God, I can't believe you just said that. And shit, like, fuck.
Yeah, like I think people probably expect it from us, but maybe not in that kind of setting.
Yeah.
But no, I think it was pretty good.
I reckon
like-
that's good. I reckon it's
Yeah.
good. Like you're
Yeah.
not faking it.
Yeah,
No,
exactly.
Just being genuine.
Well, that's the thing. Like a lot of people just went up there and like no disrespect, but like they just like, oh, I'd love to thank my family and friends, and that's just easy to do. We were kind of just like up there, like, oh, what the fuck, yeah, swearing and shit. That's who we
Yeah.
are.
I remember
like-
watching it. I just thought it was the most funny thing ever.
Yeah,
The
and our
boys were
family and
cut.
friends know that we fucking thank them.
Yeah, yeah,
We make it
yeah.
obvious to them, but yeah, no, I think that was just a good time to just get up there and show a bit of our personality. A lot of people there probably had no idea who we were, like, cause you know, there's all different like niches and whatever, and like For You pages and
Yeah.
It's weird
to
when you
different
meet them,
people.
eh? And you're like,
Yeah.
I never knew people like you existed.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah,
it's crazy.
And it's funny because yeah, someone could have like a lot of followers, or you know, making really good content. You just never see it because
Yeah.
it's not like your type of style or what
Yeah.
you like.
TikTok's crazy like that as well because your following almost doesn't mean a whole heap because it's like, I know people with like 2 million followers and they get like 8,000 views on their stories
Yeah.
because it's like people just aren't watching it.
Yeah.
Because
no
it's
one
like
cares,
all for
yeah.
you page, whereas Instagram, it's like your followers do see your stuff.
Exactly, yeah.
It's Instagram's way better. Like,
Yeah.
100%.
So your TikTok blew up first and then how long was it before you went on Instagram? Were you uploading on Instagram at the same time as well?
Oh, we were a little bit later on Instagram. It was like one of those things we just couldn't be
I
bothered.
know it's something that we've noticed a lot. Is like, yeah, people don't really like. A lot of TikTokers don't really like. They blow up on TikTok and they don't really try like very hard on Instagram.
Yeah.
Mm.
I don't know what it is, but like, yeah, I've seen heaps of creators that
'Cause
do it.
Yeah.
Reels pop off just as much as
Yeah.
More.
on Instagram.
Yeah.
It's better. The followers on Instagram actually know you a lot
Yeah.
better than TikTok.
Yeah,
Yeah.
they stick
Yeah.
around. And that's the thing. We like the minute we started popping off, we realized like, fuck, I can't, because we like neglected Instagram for a little bit.
Yeah.
And then we're like, oh, who cares? I'll just fucking post on there. And the minute that we started popping off, we were just like, oh, that was like the luckiest thing I've ever done. And
Yeah.
then we're like, oh, we'll apply the same thing to Facebook and YouTube, and now we're popping on Facebook, and like we're getting more views on Facebook than we're getting on like TikTok and Insta. It's
Yeah.
fucking crazy.
Really?
Where would you make the most money? Like
YouTube, right?
Facebook.
Facebook?
Yeah, Facebook.
Really?
Yeah, Facebook page pretty good.
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah,
I haven't
yeah.
heard that. So I met a bunch of guys, they do YouTube and they like earn a killing
You
from
swear by
If you're doing-
YouTube,
if you're
don't
doing-
you?
I think YouTube's like
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I think YouTube's like really good money as well. I think Facebook's
YouTube's
pretty
obviously
similar.
better long form, but like
Yeah.
if you're doing long form, yeah, you'll make way more money. I think because we swear a lot, so like
Oh.
our CPM would be low on YouTube, but
Yeah.
then
And our content never gets like pushed. Like it never gets any views on YouTube because
Yeah.
we swear and do like.
have music. And
We were
shit
actually
and-
we were laughing. I think last night we were thinking of like things to ask you boys, and we were gonna sit here with a swear count because like we never. and then we were gonna have like a thing at the end.
That's for the producer.
Yeah.
eh?
Yeah, like, to be fair, like when we first were starting to do it, we're like, oh, we should turn down the swearing, and then we were like, well, why would you change like who you are? for,
Exactly.
like, your content, like, and it's
For
just
money
gonna
as
come
well,
out
yeah.
unnaturally. And who wouldn't want to be known that they can swear? Like fuck.
Exactly.
Like, you know what I mean? Like
My-
I would hate to have to go somewhere and pretend to be something else. Because,
Yeah, absolutely.
Because that's like what you've made for yourself. Like it just seems dumb.
And that's why people fall in love with you to begin with. So
for
my
sure.
mum watched I think it was the episode with Sav, and she was just fuming at how much I swore. That's what
Oh,
she said.
true.
Is you off
Yeah.
it?
Hates it.
Yeah, my
Yeah,
mum's.
that's fair. I see that side of it. Like it is pretty disrespectful, and like you definitely can tone it down around certain groups of people.
Yeah.
But for us, yeah, we don't really give a fuck, eh?
Oh, as well,
Compulsory.
like if we get up on the stage and do a speech, like we're gonna fucking probably swear again, like, especially if we're pissed. And
Yeah.
I don't know. That's the speech was like in public. If someone comes up to us, they don't go, "Oh, that video was funny." That video was like, it's like the speech. Was
speech.
every single time, like if someone's gonna bring something up, it was the speech. And
Yeah,
that's 'cause,
it's
like
like
who
it's
we
like-
are. We swore. People didn't think we are gonna
That's
swear.
right.
and,
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
talking about that as well, do you guys get recognised a lot in the street? You would on the Gold Coast, everyone.
yeah.
To be fair, like our biggest audience is Sydney and like Melbourne. Obviously, they're the more populated cities. But
Yeah.
I think like, yeah, we get noticed a fair bit. It's always like a shock though, even though it's been a while since we've like the first one happened or
Yeah.
whatever. But yeah, like randomly we'll just be doing, like, especially like because we've got to be more careful because we can be pretty rogue.
Yeah.
Like
Yeah.
out in public, just doing
yeah.
dumb shit. 'cause,
Yeah,
like,
yeah.
Yeah.
You know, like we said, we grew up in small towns, always doing
You
shit.
get away with it there, can't you?
Yeah, and
Yeah.
like sometimes we're like, fuck, maybe we should be like more conscious of what we're doing in public.
Yeah.
Because there's like more people around that recognize than what you
There's
realize.
more ramifications.
Especially when you're out
Yeah.
drinking, right? Like even
Yeah.
us, we've had to tone it
We're
right
men-
down.
we're menaces,
We're
yeah,
terrible on the
sometimes.
person.
Yeah.
menaces off the
I've seen
pitch.
it.
This bloke was turfing olives across the restaurant last night.
It's just such a good like call, like when you're trying to start tossing food. I did it at the Snapchat event. They had a Snapchat event. They had a bunch of grapes on the table, and I just started lobbing them down the table. And then everyone started doing it, and the guys that were running were like, "All right, you need to calm down." Like,
Yeah,
That's gold, eh?
yeah. Like it's funny because we kind of do the same thing. Or I do when I get pissed, I just do real dumb shit. Like we were at that one party once, and I was being a fuckwit. It was actually a Red Bull party. And,
Oh, it was a Nana Judy Red Bull party. And
Yeah.
he was
Oh,
just
yeah.
going around fucking.
I was pretty pissed, and I was just like,
He was like pulling this statue. Oh, it was at Ray's in Byron. You know the fucking.
oh yeah,
real bougie
yeah,
joint.
yeah.
Kel was grabbing like a statue head, and he was going up to these big like the fucking owner of Nana Judy, and he was holding the statue, throwing it at him, and then catching it before it hit him, bro. It was the dumbest thing I've ever seen.
That's hilarious.
Or like people randomly, I'd just go and throw it into a crowd, and if no one caught, I'd run under and catch it. Oh, so
And he
bad.
did like he put up a story of Nana Judy, and then he's like tagged Nana Boopy, and then showed the owner. I tagged you.
and then he was just like, nah, and I was like, oh, I thought it was a joke. It's funny. And then, yeah, I don't think we'll get invited back to one of them.
Ray's is so bougie.
Yeah,
though.
it is.
It's kind of weird, yeah, because I think it's the same with us. We're not really cut from the cloth of like these
Yeah.
influencer
Well, I'm a
events
country
and
boy as
stuff.
well, yeah.
So yeah, I'm from a small New Zealand town, you know. So it's like
Yeah.
they don't even have these kind of events in New Zealand. So it's
yeah,
like
exactly.
you're there and it's like there's the proper etiquette, but it's like it's just not.
Yeah.
It's just not how we
If
roll.
no one was running a muck, it'd be pretty boring. at these
Yeah,
events.
Yeah.
And they kind of got to expect it, like, you know, they're a couple of young blokes that just found, like, you know, a platform and
Yeah.
then giving them free piss.
Yeah,
And,
what
like,
do
you know, like
expect?
kind of comedians or whatever, like,
Yeah.
they love to take the piss a bit.
Yeah.
what's gonna happen.
Have a bit of fun.
What was
Yeah.
it like when you guys realized, like, okay, this could be our thing? Like, what was it? Did you have like a moment, like a light bulb moment where you're like, oh my goodness?
Yeah, I think we were like making the videos and they were popping off. And we weren't really going out at this point. We were just like we were staying inside. We weren't really like, no one was really recognized because we weren't out in public.
Yeah.
And then we went to Falls Festival, and it was the fucking craziest thing. Like, we like pulled up the camping, set up our campsite, went to get tickets. On the walk to get tickets, we only had like I don't know, maybe like 200K on TikTok and 50K on Insta. And
Even less.
on the walk, we got recognized by like 4 or 5 people. It was like a kilometer walk. And it was
Yeah.
just like, what the fuck? And then we went in, everyone's getting photos with us and shit. And we just hadn't, like, I'm telling you, we hadn't been out or anything
Yeah.
in the public. And then we go to this festival, like big festival, and people are getting photos with us, and we're just wigging out. We're like, this is actually like real, and it's actually happening. And yeah, I think that moment was like probably like for me anyway, like a crazy moment where I've gone, this is like, yeah, we
This
can
is it.
actually.
And it
do this.
motivates you more. When
Yeah,
you
yeah,
see
I
your
will-
hard work paying off.
Yeah, and we filmed every day at Falls, and like we were getting up hungover as after probably sleeping for 2 hours, and we're writing a script, filming it, editing it, and then going and fucking drinking, and then doing the exact same
Yeah.
thing the next
During
day.
the festival, you were
Yeah.
doing
we
Even
were just
replying to
frothing.
comments at the festival.
Yeah, we were in the festival replying to people like,
Yeah, like we just wanted it real bad.
yeah,
That's so good.
Yeah. But yeah, I feel like that, and like even meeting people like random fans that we meet, it's like the best feeling ever. It's
Isn't it
like,
good?
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
like someone's like taking their time to come say good day to you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And like they're always frothing. And
Yeah.
just like their energy just like comes onto us, I reckon. Like,
Yeah.
someone comes on and goes, hey, how you going, man? I'm like, fuck yeah, what's going on? Like,
me and Kel might have
really
just had
fun.
like a fucking big argument or something, and then some guys just come
Yeah.
over and they're just like, we're just back to normal. Like,
Yeah, kind of saves us in a way.
Yeah. That reminds me of when we had our first argument before Fred again.
Oh,
And
yeah.
then we got into Fred again, and we were just brand new again. We're
Yeah,
like,
yeah.
Like, it felt good to yell at each other.
Yeah, we were like yelling at each other, then we went in Fred again, and then we got some like chips and a drink, and these people came up and asked for photos, and we're like, oh yeah, we're
Yeah.
so good.
We'll
That's
chill
it,
with that.
argument.
Yeah.
It was a
Sends you
proper
back.
argument too, like slamming the door, and
Yeah.
it felt good. You need to get it
hands.
out. boys.
You got to have them sometimes.
You do,
though.
yeah,
Yeah.
sure.
We ne-
Otherwise, you just build it up. And
Yeah.
then eventually you just fucking
We
fall
nearly
apart.
came to blows, man.
We did.
It was pretty intense.
I feel like everyone we spoke to that's like got like a partnership with someone else, it's like there's always arguments, and
Oh,
you
yeah.
just got to expect it. Eh?
Yeah.
Especially when you're trying to be creative. Like,
It's
Yeah.
really stressful, I think. Like there's so much that goes on behind the scenes, and I think a lot of people look at like people that are in your position and so forth, and they'll be like, oh, but that's just a fluke that they got there. You know, like a lot of people I feel like that don't understand how the creative space works don't realize like you have to constantly be giving people entertainment
Yeah.
and things
Oh,
to
yeah,
consume.
for sure.
Otherwise they just forget about you.
Yeah.
100%. That's why it's smart that you boys started the potty too. Like you just come off the show, and it's like, you know, you got your own show now.
Yeah.
Well, that's what, and we've kind of looked at people from the past on like reality TV, and they just like there's only a small window of like 15 minutes of fame, and then no one gives a fuck about you.
Yeah, it's up and down. Eh?
Well, like if you don't do something now, it's just going to be a waste.
But
So,
the other
yeah.
thing as well, it's like people that liked us from the show, they liked us because they found us entertaining, right? They didn't like us because we posted shirtless photos in Bali. You know what I mean? Like when I follow someone, it's just like, hey, I'm shirtless in Bali. I'm like, I actually don't care. Like,
Yeah.
you know, like
100%.
Shirtless in Bali was cool like 6 years ago. when Instagram first came out, and like
Yeah.
the attractive people were on there early and making the fucking photos or whatever. But
Yeah.
now it's like you got to put effort into it.
Yeah,
Literally.
Stand out.
You got to be a
Yeah.
bit more real too. People
Yeah.
are loving the realness on social media.
It's
now.
crazy how much the landscape's changed from an influencer like 6 years ago to now as well. Like
Fucking oath.
people like us have a much better chance in today's climate than people that were posting like Louis Vuitton bags and their
Yeah,
Lamborghinis
exactly.
and all that crap.
Unless
Nails in
you're
the
Adrian
BMW.
Portelli.
Well, you can see the waves, but like, you know, people definitely get around that kind of content.
Yeah.
And even someone like Adrian, man, like he's like he's a great example of someone who you should follow because he does post his cars and he does like semi-flex. But you're following him thinking this dude's like a fucking billionaire.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And how old is he?
Yeah, he's
Like
not
I'll
faking
follow
it.
him to be
Yeah.
like,
It's literally his lifestyle.
Yeah.
yeah, I'll
exactly
follow
what
that
he's doing.
dude to like look at his life and go, man, I'd love to have like a chunk.
It should motivate you instead of being jealous. And like you boys said before, it took you a while to find your niche. Like you've tried plumbing and
Yeah,
what
yeah.
else?
Done
Have
it all,
I think he like went over to America and tried like a hire car company and like failed.
yeah,
Come
he
home on the
failed
bones
heaps
of his ass.
businesses,
So like,
Yeah.
you got to hustle to find the right thing.
Yeah.
Sure, yeah.
Yeah, even like just seeing how that how he's done it, you know what I mean? Like he's tried a few things, but he's just given it red hot crack. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? And it's not like you try something and it's like, yeah, I failed, but you always learn something from someone like that. You know, like he did the hire business and then he learned that into his next business kind of thing. That's what we always take away from our shit. Like you can always look at something in a positive way.
Yeah, we might fall off fucking in a couple of weeks and fucking we'll just be like, oh, what's the next thing? You know, like start up.
Yeah, it's like you got to just keep pushing.
So what do you guys, from beginning to end, like what does a typical day look like, and like what's the process of like getting videos across the line? And do you guys still do all your own editing?
Yeah, we still do our own editing. I don't know, it's kind of a hard one because we don't trust anyone just yet to like edit the same way we do.
Well, it's not that we can't afford it. If we had money bags in the fucking pantry, I mean, I'd be giving any kind of go.
But basically, we start at 8 every morning, and we'll on a Monday we'll like plan out every video that we're going to film through the week, and then essentially we'll wake up, script the first video, which can go from 8 till probably around 11:30, 12, taking to script it. We'll probably flounder around a bit as well, like reply to a bunch of emails. It's not just like we're sitting there scripting.
Yeah, we'll jump on the For You page and just
check.
Oh, this is pretty funny. What the fuck are you watching?
Check Grinder as well.
Yeah, a bit of that. You know how it is. And then we'll have a feed, and then we'll head out around 12 to go and film, which that can take like anywhere between 2 to 3 hours, depending on where we are. So if we're in the same location, we can bang it out within an hour and a half. Yeah. But if we're like bumping around and driving, it takes so long. It gets like, if we've got to go to like a fucking waterfall and then we're going to go film inside, like it just drags out for so long.
And would you be filming bulk, like a bunch of TikToks? So that's just one TikTok.
Yeah, we're pretty shit. We just do day by day.
Yeah.
So that's it daily, 8 a.m.
Just one video.
4 hours of scripting.
Yeah.
That's
wow.
Yeah, it is a bit.
It's literally a full-time job.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
It is, yeah. And then we'll go on to like do some podcast work in the Arvo, where that's like, fucking getting clips and edited and time stamping and all that sort of shit.
Yeah, so if you're like the person editing that night, because we take it in turns each night, you essentially start work at 8 and finish probably at about 6:30.
Wow.
Maybe 7, because you reply to comments.
That's wild.
Oh, so you reply to comments as well?
Oh, we're getting pretty slack lately because we're doing so much more stuff. Like we wish we still were. Because that helped us a lot when we're like coming up.
Yeah, we'll reply to everyone, literally reply to every single comment.
And it is also good because you kind of learn the people's names in your comments and stuff, and you see them reoccurring and all that kind of thing. And
you see a hot one
just
pop
nice.
up.
Personally, hot one, you give them more attention.
No, we don't see hot ones.
Just Zac and I in there.
Is your audience mostly guys or girls? Yeah,
71% males.
Wow, ours is literally the complete opposite.
Yeah.
Oh, true.
Really?
71%.
So what are you going to sell? You're going to have to sell vibrators. Cock rings
I don't want to
dildo.
sell them anything.
Why
It's
don't
good
you
times.
sell dildos the shape of your cock?
It'd be pretty big. Shipping would cost a fortune.
Yeah, shit. Mine, you wouldn't need much silicon for it.
So it's just you guys. You don't have a team.
We've just got an editor for the podcast doing the shorts, so he'll basically come around in the Arvo and he'll sit with us and we'll kind of just run him through what we want. He lives up the road too, which is perfect. We sent out we put a story up and then he happened to just be like 2 minutes away.
Oh wow,
which was crazy.
Yeah.
And then we've got Brock, who does YouTube. He does does YouTube pranks.
Floppy Productions.
Shout
out Floppy Productions.
Yeah, I've seen.
That's really good pranks.
Yeah.
He's doing a lot of help, a lot of work with the podcast as well now, which is so helpful.
Because is he mates with Shami and all them boys?
Nah.
Oh,
Floppy's the guy that's on their podcast.
New guy. Yeah. He's only just popped up recently.
Yeah.
But he does his own pranks on YouTube. He's like,
he's funny.
Is he killing it on
good.
YouTube? Is he big in YouTube space?
Yeah, he's been going for a lot of stuff like lawsuits and that kind of thing and shit.
Yeah.
What kind of pranks is he doing?
Oh, he does all kinds of ones. Like the one we were doing, the one they're doing right now is pulling up to marketplace deals in a Lamborghini.
I've seen it.
Like
Yeah, you guys did that one.
They're doing that right now. They're doing it right now in a Ferrari.
But basically, he's helping out a lot with the podcast, and he's doing a lot. He's really good at editing too. So he's gonna be doing a bit of that. But yeah, no, it's a good little hustle we got going on at the moment.
Where do you guys want to get to eventually? Like, what's the end goal? Or are you just playing it by year?
To be fair, we'd just love to have like a community and a brand at the end of the day, and like kind of build something where like I don't know, where people can connect with us easily, and they could connect with us through say buying our product. Or
I think the biggest the end goal for us is when people think of Australia, they think of that like they think of us.
The Reese
That's
Bros.
like
I like that,
that's like the
yeah.
fucking
That's a great
5
goal.
He's are pretty
10-year
Australian.
goal.
That's easily attainable
And
for you boys.
yeah, because that's just who we are. We're like we grew
Literally.
up in the fucking
Yeah.
on a farm, and we're like, you know, we just want to be known for that fucking
True blue
Yeah, we
Aussies.
Australian.
want to help
fucking-
like also want to help like eventually when we're like kind of on the way out, help other creators like give a name for Australia kind
Yeah.
of thing.
Yeah.
Because obviously like America and UK like so like big and focus on them more.
Yeah.
I'd love to be able to like give back and help young Australian creators at the end of the day.
Yeah.
Yeah.
To like put Australia on the map and like
Yeah.
make Australian comedy and that kind of thing like more mainstream overseas.
Yeah.
No, I agree 100%. Like, even with the Misfit Minds and stuff, there's not enough guys here doing that sort of stuff.
Nah, there's no one.
Because
And
there's
they're
fucking
hilarious and
there's no money in
Yeah.
it really.
Yeah.
There's not as much money as there is overseas, and it's kind of like people have a false idea of how much money like people
Yeah.
in Australia actually make.
yeah.
We
Oh,
make
yeah.
fuck all. We've made fuck all.
Yeah.
I'll tell you right now.
That's
yeah,
wild.
literally,
We made
yeah.
fuck all.
Alrighty, so we have a segment called Am I the Arsehole? And basically we have fans submit situations they've been in and we judge whether they are the arsehole in the situation.
Mm-hmm.
So we actually get a lot of them are dating related,
Yep.
Yeah, I
but
can
it's
imagine.
like, normally they're both arseholes, Trent?
There's always like they're pretty weird scenario.
But no one
Yeah.
thinks they're in the wrong.
That's
Nah.
wild. My sister's ex got together with her best friend a week after they broke up. So I haven't talked to him since and give him a dirty look every time I walk past him at school. My sister and him joke about me still having a grudge against him.
All I heard there was school, and I'm like, who gives a fuck?
Yeah, wait. My sister's ex got together with her best friend. Oh, so he got with her sister's friend.
Yeah.
Ah,
So she asked if she's an asshole for giving greasies.
Nah, I can do it.
who's the arsehole there?
Like 'em.
I reckon like friend groups are pretty off bounds. Like when you've dated someone, the last thing they should be doing is getting like
100%,
Yeah.
one of the
mate.
friends.
Yeah, I could never do it, eh?
I
Never
couldn't
do
myself.
it.
I had a truce with one of my exes.
As you should.
I had a truce. I was like, listen, don't reply to any of their stories. If we break up, we're just, and she's like, yeah, do the same. But I've had other exes where I don't think that's the case.
The way I look at it, like there's 1 billion people, I don't know how many people are in the world. 8 billion, there's that many people, like why do you have to go for someone your mate's been with?
Yeah, exactly right.
It's kind
eh?
of gross as well.
Yeah.
It is. It is gross.
Like, wouldn't you just be thinking of your mate?
Mm.
Yeah.
I would
Maybe
be.
some people like
To get you
You do that all the time, or?
I'll get there one day.
They're all assholes in that
Yeah.
situation.
yeah.
Well, okay, probably the guy that slept with the friend.
Yeah, he's
Yeah.
the first asshole.
Am I the asshole for hooking up with my friend's stepbrother behind her back? She then went and turned all my friends against me and got them to send me death threats.
Are you kidding? That's hectic.
Fuck me,
Step
Dad.
bro.
No, I don't reckon that person's an asshole unless the chick wanted to fuck her stepbro.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's a good point.
She probably wanted like some little porn fantasy. or something.
yeah.
I've seen this on the hub.
yeah. Then her friend just broke that
That's
whole
why
fantasy.
she's angry. I reckon that's why she's angry.
Yeah.
Well, maybe she
I
wanted
don't
it.
reckon she's an
Maybe
asshole.
you should get like her
She's
to send you a
jealous.
message in and say like.
Essentially,
put her
like
aside.
your stepbro, in reality, you shouldn't fuck your stepbro. So technically, the friend is allowed to fuck him.
Yeah, my friend's
I reckon.
It's
the
not like a blood related fucking like family member as well. So
Yeah.
like, who cares?
No. She had sex with her friend's stepbrother.
Yeah.
Behind her
No.
back.
Yeah, I reckon.
Yeah.
I'm saying that the friend that got mad about her fucking the stepbro is an idiot, is an asshole.
I actually have
Yeah, I agree.
a personal anecdote for this. I went to a party when I was probably like 16 with one of my best mates at the time, and my sister. My sister got hammered, and then he's like, "Oh, I'm just going to take her to the car, and like we'll just wait for you to finish partying." And I was like, "Oh yeah," and didn't think anything of it. Got back in the car, it was normal. Like she was like KO'd basically at that point.
Your girlfriend.
My sister.
Same thing.
That's how we roll around here. And then years later, she said to me, "Yeah, we were actually hooking up in the car."
Oh, kissing.
Yeah, but I wasn't friends with them anymore. But I remember thinking, what the hell,
is
man?
tough,
What a
eh?
bastard.
Yeah.
That is pretty
I can't
rogue.
look him in the I didn't have to look him in the eye, but I was like, what would I say if I was still friends with that guy?
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't rate
It's
that.
a dirty feeling. So I
He's
can,
an asshole.
Nah. He's a flight attendant.
Yeah, I feel like he should have came clean with ya.
Yeah, well, that was
Should've
just,
been
I
honest.
just couldn't believe it. She was telling me, she's like, he said, Zach cannot find out about this no matter what happens.
It's deep
And then like
in
2
there.
years later, I find out, I'm like, that's so bizarre. Like that
Yeah.
happened. So I feel like if you've got like that kind of relationship with someone, but step bro, it's kind of different, eh?
Yeah,
It's not
agreed.
really
Your
the
friend
same.
step, bro. I think that's sweet.
Yeah.
It's fair game.
If
Yeah.
you had a stepsister,
I
would
would
you
let-
be okay if I pursued her sexually?
Absolutely. Or if I had a step, bro, you can go
Hey,
for him too.
Let's
I
hope
feel
your
like-
mum gets married soon.
I feel like it comes down to like the emotional attachment to them, because like
Yeah.
if they've only been in your life for like 5 years, whereas
Yeah.
like your sister's been in your life for fucking as long as you remember.
Yeah.
So that's
Yeah.
probably what it
Yeah.
comes down to.
And blood related's a bit different as well.
Yeah.
So I reckon
Absolutely.
she's probably the arsehole for getting bent out of shape over that. What do you
Yeah.
reckon?
For the
Bent
death
out of
threats
shape,
thing.
folded up like a Kmart dick jeans. Last Monday was my birthday, and I went home early from work so that my boyfriend and I can go out and enjoy ourselves. In brackets, I told him earlier that day that I would go home early. When I opened the door, I was greeted by him laying on our couch, while a woman I didn't know was on top of him.
No.
This is getting juicy. In brackets again. They were fully clothed, by the way. That's not cheating then.
That's sweet.
There's a barrier.
Play on. I was basically paralysed and couldn't react at all. He eventually saw me and had a surprised look on his face, but he also looked like he was trying to hold his laugh in. The woman also looked like she was about to laugh as well. I also started to hear chatter from the kitchen and in our bedroom. My boyfriend then shouted, "You guys can come out." And so our friends came out of our bedroom and kitchen holding gifts, party poppers, and a cake.
Oh, what
I
the
guess-
hell?
Oh, wow.
I guess them shouting "It's a prank, happy birthday" while turning the party poppers on snapped me back to reality, because after they said that, I just quietly turned around and left. I didn't see their reactions when I did that, but I could hear them saying "oh shit" and "wait" and other things I can't remember. When I heard them try to follow me, I fastened my pace until I reached my car and drove away. Am I the arsehole?
That's crazy.
That's a good one.
That's really good.
Dude, what the hell?
I reckon that was pretty too far with the chick.
Yeah.
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 I don't think that's a joke.
Nah.
It's kind of like the
Nah.
YouTube pranks. Like, hey, I just assaulted you, but it's a prank.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, that's pretty rogue. Like, imagine walking in with your missus and the dude's on it. You'd be off.
And like giggling.
Yeah, 100%.
You'd be like, but then she said she went into another room and could hear
No,
them.
they came out of other rooms.
Yeah.
Oh.
Well,
Yeah.
think about that. That means like that whole crew of people all thought it was okay.
Yeah,
the
I don't-
whole
I don't
party
rate
thought it
that.
was
That's
funny.
dumb.
Like, surely some of those people there were like, "This is kind of fucked,"
Surely one.
and the boyfriend was
person,
like,
yeah.
"Nah, it'll be good."
I'd probably do the same as what she did. I'd be pissed off at her.
I'd be off it.
Who
Yeah.
was
Yeah.
who was the chick? Like
That's the other thing.
Weird.
Is it not a friend
Yeah.
of hers?
It'd be funny. I probably
We
would
should
be.
have to know it.
I don't know. I was gonna say,
Yeah,
you
well,
can't
she
say
said it was a random chick.
Yeah,
She said in the
that's-
thing,
that's-
Yeah, they hadn't
that's
seen
weird.
before. That's
Lying on
right.
top of
That
each
is
other,
weird.
man. I don't know if there'd be.
They
I
didn't sit
wouldn't
well.
be comfortable with anyone doing that.
No, unless it was you or me.
Yeah, literally. But what if
Hey,
it was?
yo.
Wait. What if it was a gay best friend and your missus?
I still don't like that though.
Yeah, I don't know.
I reckon. What do you reckon?
I reckon the friend.
boyfriend's an asshole.
Yeah.
That's just dumb.
I
eh?
agree, boys.
Yeah, I
That's
would
just
have walked off
stupidity.
too.
Yeah.
And her friends are idiots.
Yeah.
Easy boys, cheers, Tom and Cal, for coming on the potty. Do you want to let everyone know where they can find you?
Yeah, so we're on Instagram, TikTok, Facebook, YouTube at Reese Bros. We've also got a podcast as well. If you like our voices better than these boys, check it out.
Watch it too much.
That's Reese with an S too.
yeah.
SE. People get confused, but
100%.
yeah, we're pretty much on all the platforms, and yeah, we got a podcast on Spotify.
But yeah, thanks for having us, boys. You fucking, you boys soldiered through it, even though you're fucking hungover. So
Yeah.
Yeah, thanks for listening again, guys. Don't forget to follow Trent and Zac at @Trent and Zac on Instagram, YouTube. Yeah, keep listening, guys. Hope you enjoy this episode with Tom and Cal.
Stay cowardly.